Chosen one, stop scrolling. What I am about to declare will shift the ground beneath you, because your life depends on a new posture of obedience and quiet strength. If you are seeing this, believe this. You did not arrive here by accident. You were deliberately invited. There are seasons when the ordinary noise of the world must be turned down so the extraordinary voice of God can be heard. Right now, God is speaking with fierce clarity. Withdraw, fortify, shelter inwardly. Take cover, not from panic but from a sacred command. The hour for preparedness is not coming, it is here. Foundations are trembling. Spiritual currents, physical realities, and global systems are shifting. Only those who are chosen in obedience and awake in spirit will discern the next steps. He will cover you with his feathers. Under his wings you will find refuge. This is a last call proclamation before the next chapter unfolds. All the tremors you felt, the tightness in your chest, the urgency that wakes you at night, the pull inward, they have been the voice of preparation. You are being moved from exposure into protection. You will not be hidden to be ignored. You are being preserved for a mission that follows the storm. Hear this plainly. You must align now. This message carries prophetic weight. If there is a fire in your chest, a pressure in your soul, take it as confirmation. This word is meant for you. Before you rush on, take 3 simple acts of loyalty. Affirm the posture of the heart, declare commitment, and gather with the true remnant who refuse to sleep through this hour. Let your yes be visible in whatever way honors your walk of faith. The spiritually awake will remain, others will click away. For the ones who stay, this declaration will loosen chains, open eyesight, and drop instructions that protect and sustain. Stay close. We will name what is happening, what is coming, and what God is saying to do next. The headlines show missiles, arguments, and political theater. But hear me, this is more than geopolitics. The conflict that flickered between nations is the spark of a vaster drama, a spiritual reckoning tearing a veil between worlds. A portal has been rent open, and not everything flowing through it bears light. This is prophecy, not paranoia. Those who have spiritual sight feel a shift, a pressure, a tremor in the inner man, a frequency that is no longer familiar. What you sense is not imagination, it is the reflection of a battle in the unseen. The spiritual conflict has breached the visible. Consider this, your divine alert. The war has entered our dimension, quietly, subtly, through vibrations, emotions, and activated forces that operate beyond the 5 senses. The issue is not political alignment, it is the alignment of the soul. The earth shakes and heaven stirs. Your next choices will determine whether you remain sheltered or are swept away. This is not fear-mongering, it is a command to hide in faith. The chosen are being hunted not with artillery, but with fatigue, distraction, spiritual weariness, emotional collapse, and tactics designed to dilute your devotion. Warriors must sometimes retreat to the mountain to learn again how to carry fire. If you remain exposed spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, you will not withstand the coming wave. When God says hide, He is not abandoning you, He is arranging you. This is not exile, but exodus, an organized, holy withdrawal. A spiritual contagion is already touching societies, anxious minds, manipulated moods, fractured families, and strange illnesses where clarity once lived. If you want clarity, vision, and resilience, obey the call to disappear into silence. Become invisible to darkness and visible only to the light. The missiles on screens are one layer of a multidimensional incursion. The deeper invasion shows in rising mental breakdowns, odd sickness, relational splits, and sudden despair. Ask yourself, have you spiritually evacuated? The world will urge you to delay with entertainment and arguments, but God's urgent summons moves now. Step away emotionally and mentally. Turn off the broadcast of fear. Enter the wilderness of quiet where God meets you. Curiosity is a poor counselor in this hour. Obedience is salvation. If you linger long in Babylon, Babylon will swallow you. Take your soul, your attention, and your devotion, and move into the place where God dwells. The days ahead will make today seem mild by contrast. Obey now or be carried away later. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. You do not need a bunker of steel. You need a sanctuary of spirit. The true refuge is an inner architecture of stillness, where only what is divine finds purchase. This shelter is not bought, stocked, or engineered. It is formed in prayer, fasting, silence, and consecrated focus. Build with obedience, not with hoarded goods. The bunker is within, and it must be sealed and guarded. Let the presence of God be so real that no hostile spirit can hold residency inside you. Delay is exposure. Every day you stall, you become more porous. Portals torn by conflict release chaos through cultural currents. People are breaking, anxiety rises, confusion multiplies. The survivors will not be the loudest or the most connected. They will be the ones who disappeared into protection before the storm broke. Your inner bunker begins with a covenant decision. You will not remain available to the noise. Step 1. Separate. Cut ties with draining conversations, fear-fed channels, and agreements that steal your peace. Disconnect to reconnect with heaven. Step 2. Cleanse. Remove bitterness, toxic influences, and anything that dulls your spirit, whether content, habits, or relationships. Clean your heart and clear the objects that anchor you to distraction. Set boundaries around your time and attention. Step 3. Devotion. Cultivate daily silence, persistent prayer, and focused listening. Keep a record of heaven's whispers. Guard your attention as treasure. Every minute with God is a brick in your inner refuge. Every avoided distraction is a beam of protection. This is sacred architecture. There is a violent frequency sweeping the earth, sharp, heavy, destabilizing what is not rooted in truth. You feel it, sudden fatigue, conversations that leave you hollow, crowds that deplete rather than strengthen. These are signs the atmosphere has shifted. Illusions that once held society together are fracturing and releasing toxic energies. Disconnect from media that poisons faith, from apps that fragment focus, from narratives that hook your nervous system with fear. The longer you stay plugged in, the more your soul is drained. This battle will be won not by information, but by alignment. Intentional living is now a spiritual strategy. This is insulation, not escape. You are not retreating in defeat. You are choosing discernment. While others scroll through collapse, you are rooting in peace and clarity. Everything accelerates toward decomposition. Systems fail. False lights flicker, and the world becomes a snare to those who are unready. The hidden are not weak, they are wise. The wilderness is protection. God hid Moses, Elijah, and Jesus. He hides those he intends to use. Why would he do otherwise for you now? What's coming is not for everyone's sight. It will unravel the unprepared and reveal the reserved. Go where the world cannot enter. Adopt sacred rhythms, internal discipline, and release the need to be seen or applauded. Spiritual stealth is a posture of survival and future leadership. Most are not ready, not emotionally, not mentally, not spiritually. They live by fragile identities and false comfort. When the wave hits, many will be blindsided, angry, and immobilized. The obedient will be covered by grace, by instruction, by the inner bunker they constructed. Where many see collapse, the hidden will find direction. Where fear multiplies, obedience secures. This is not elitism, this is surrender. You were chosen not for perfection, but for responsiveness. God does not require flawless people. He requires people who will move when He says move, hide when He says hide, build when He says build. Portals are real. Every explosion and shock rips openings in the spiritual climate. Chaotic forces will attempt entry. You do not need to be in a geopolitical hotspot to be affected. Sensitivity translates the invasion across borders. Seal your space with intention. Declare aloud, no energy may enter that does not carry God's light. Say it, own it, and follow it with rituals of prayer, anointing, and cleansing. Turn your dwelling into a fortress, not paranoid, but resolute, not fearful, but sober. Remain unavailable to confusion. Refuse drama and battles not ordained for you. Every misdirected engagement widens your gate. You are sacred ground. Protect what heaven placed in you. There are spiritual symptoms that science cannot name, but your soul recognizes. Unexplained emotional heaviness, sudden mental fog, lingering exhaustion, odd bodily tension in places that hold spirit, relational division, and nocturnal disturbances. If you identify these, treat them as spiritual incursions, not merely medical problems. Do not merely medicate what must be cleared. You are targeted because of your light. This season demands your full attention. You are being attacked because you are an obstacle to darkness. Your home is not merely a shelter, it is a threshold. If left unguarded, it becomes a corridor for low vibrations and confusion. Convert your house into a holy habitation. Cleanse the atmosphere. Open windows. Let fresh air move. Burn incense or fragrance that helps you worship. Anoint entry points with prayer. Proclaim over walls and rooms that only God's life may rest there. Remove entertainment objects and routines that drag your frequency downward. Introduce high-vibration music, scheduled prayer times, and a dedicated place for divine encounter. Silence the world's background noise and amplify God's presence. When your house becomes a fortress, external shaking will not unmoor you. You need no ordination to cleanse. You need intentional surrender. Spiritual hygiene looks like physical decluttering, energetic clearing, vocal prayers, and daily sealing rituals. Clean the visible to invite invisible flow. Burn what keeps you bound and bless what restores. Anoint thresholds and name them holy. Do not treat this as sensationalism. Treat it as instruction. If God says stay covered, stay covered. Leaving the place of instruction for novelty will cost more than you expect. The spiritual atmosphere now carries confounding frequencies that rewire the mind and heart. To walk into them uncovered is to walk barefoot into a battlefield. You may return altered. Obedience is protection. This is a sacred warning. Do not seek validation from the distracted crowd. If God says stay, stay. If He says fast, fast. If He says become hidden, become hidden. The dividing line unfolding in this hour is not wealth, education, or status, but spiritual wakefulness. Those rooted in obedience will be separated from those seduced by noise. God's movement is not a game. He is sealing, anointing, and reconstructing. The hidden will be the leaders of the next season, not by force, but through alignment. Your obedience today is the scaffolding of tomorrow's leadership. This storm purifies and activates. Those who endure will emerge with scars and authority. You were not born to disappear into comfort. You were born to be remade and released. The pressure you feel is refining, not rejecting. The greater the calling, the greater the fire. God trusts those he refines because he sees a capacity to carry more. Endurance costs comfort, yes, but it yields anointed influence. Loneliness is often the instrument of divine repositioning. Isolation is not abandonment, but intimate training. When noise falls away, heaven's voice grows nearer. Your silence is fertile soil for revelation. Resist the urge to escape the quiet. In it, angels attend, and revelation is birthed. This is not mere talk of ends, it is a revealing. God is not simply shutting systems down, he is lifting the hidden up. You are likely among a people ancient in spirit and purpose, not by years, but by origin. Dreamers, healers, and prophets are waking. You are called to reveal restoration, not reaction. Do not shrink, step forward. The planet is groaning, the atmosphere is crying out. Creation seeks those who will steward it with heart and prayer, not machines alone. The earth knows the sound of truth and recognizes the footsteps of those who walk in alignment. You have been summoned. Answer. Inside you, the greatest clash will occur, your thoughts. Each morning your mind is contested. Darkness whispers defeat, light whispers destiny. Choose daily to believe the voice that builds. Rule your inner temple, and no external collapse can claim you. This inner victory is the true war's end. A sound from heaven is beginning to vibrate across the earth, a frequency of alignment that only the quiet-hearted will decode. Some will feel it as dreams, sudden instruction, or an unexplainable urgency to move. When that sound arrives, you must be ready to relocate spiritually, emotionally, or physically. Refine your sensitivity, live lightly, move quickly when called. The sound brings assignments, to leave places, to start new works, to step into roles that require humility and obedience, not applause. This preparation is not religious spectacle, but receptive attunement. You were born to break chained patterns in your family line. Generational cycles of fear, scarcity, and silence end through your obedience. Your choices echo backward and forward. Ancestors and descendants watch. You are both vessel and bridge. This conflict is ancient, and so is your soul. You were crafted for such a time. You are not here by accident. The storms are not meant to destroy you, but to awaken you. Each hardship is an activation. Answer, move, rise, fulfill the assignment written into your spirit before time began. You were chosen. Rise, obey, hide in the secret place, and prepare to lead.